Artemis Toast here. As you can see, bringing another all kinds of awesome album review. It's going to be a little different than the normal ones. We're not going to talk about the music as much as we are going to talk about the packaging. Um, Real quick side note, I'd like to apologize, for the power going out last night, in the middle of, I've been wanting to bring my shredding prowess, to light on the YouTubes to show how magical a guitarist I am. Was getting no guitar sent to me by the records companies, or if they did, it was some kind of joke you could see on my earlier videos. I was gonna use one of my own guitars, my Charvel Sandemus Pro Mod in a specific blue. Great guitar. I showed the guitar yesterday, but unfortunately, right when I was about to hit a power chord that was gonna melt people's faces and change their entire lives, the power went out. I actually had the finish, filming on my iPhones, and then I went up the street to a coffee shop that had the free Wi-Fi's, and I uploaded the video. Um, you know, I can't do a review today, unfortunately, because I blew one of the tubes in my amp when the power went out, and it was a special order one. It has to come through mail. I haven't got it yet. But there will be a record review, a guitar review in the future, even if it's one of my own. Um, back to the all kinds of awesome album review. This is Lazaretto by Jack White. Everybody knows who Jack White is. For modern musicians, he's really good. He made a two-piece, the garage band, the White Stripes, he made it sound amazing. With no disrespect to the Meg Whites, but not a very good drummer. Um, you know, Great all-around musician, great producer. Out in Tennessee, he has his own store and own label called Third Man Records, which is who this was distributed by. And like I said, it's we're not going to talk about the music. We're going to talk about the record itself. This is called the Ultra Edition. It came out a while ago. I got two of them. One to listen to, one I kept in the plastic. Because it's a pretty neat record. First, I'm gonna I have a list of the features right here on my laptops. I'm gonna talk about the different things it does, and then I'm gonna walk over to my trusty old you know uh, LP player, and we're not going to play the record. We're just going to show some of the things it does. We'll talk about that. Once again, Jack White, Lazaretto, great, great album artwork. The album's good too. Don't get me wrong, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the packaging. You know, as y'all know, if you watched my channel before, I love vinyl. If somebody I like and respect comes out with a vinyl album, I'll get it. Special editions I like to get, even in CDs. Every once in a while CDs will have special editions. I got awesome Foo Fighter ones. I got a lot of respect for Dave Grohl's. I'll go over that one in the future. But the reason why this Ultra LP is ultra and all kinds of awesome is because it's 180 gram vinyl. It has some heft to it. It's a quality pressed piece of vinyl. I guess it got a special serial number or something. It's good for a free download. I'll get around to that sometime. But like I said, it was 180 gram vinyl, heavy but sturdy. Obviously it's vinyl. You got to be fragile with it, but it's a quality pressing is what I'm getting at. It's not that thin, flimsy stuff. Another interesting feature is, both sides 1 and 2, under the label, there's hidden tracks that are exclusive to the vinyl edition only. I'm guessing that the grooves are deep enough that, and the paper's thin enough on the label that it's able to work its way through the needle. Um, it's hard to see. You can kind of see the lines of the grain. Um, I played it. It does work. The songs work, and there's not a lot of clarity that's lost. I mean, I don't notice a difference. Maybe it's a little quieter. But another thing is, we're gonna get to that when we get on the record player. But that clean um, part is actually, there's a metal etching on there of an angel, like, no kidding, and you can see a 3D image of it spinning as the record plays, which is really really cool. We're gonna try to catch it the record on the record player in a moment. Um, you know, both both side oh, it's a square edge. That's, you don't see that very often. Usually they're tapered and much thinner. Um, you know, uh, Side B um, kind of has a matte finish. Kind of a throwback to those old '78 records. Has that look to it. Um, another cool thing is, side A, it plays from the inside out instead of from the outside in. So you drop the needle and it pulls the needle out instead of dropping the needle on the outside and it pulling it in, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, it does have a hidden track that plays at 78 RPMs. Um, it also has a track that plays at 45 RPMs. Um, so it's actually a 3-speed record. You have to have a record player that handles 3 speeds in order to enjoy all the songs on it. Um, One last thing before we listen to it, there's what they call dual groove technology, where one of the songs um, has an acoustic intro or an electric intro, and depending where you drop the needle is what intro that you get until it meets the main body of the song, and it continues, on the single groove. So you kind of got 2 ways to listen to one of the tracks, which was also pretty cool. It's actually, all kinds of awesome trademark. Um, 1 second, and we're gonna set it up on the record player. Now I got a light set up where you can see on that etched part, you actually got it looks like a haloed angel spinning in 3D, and depending on what angle you're looking at it, um, it looks a little bit different. And also, I guess where the light's pointing on it. Let me move the light around too. Try to get a good view of it. Oh, on that one side over there, you see it better. But yeah, this is why, this album is all kinds of awesome. Artemis Toast out.